Globally, we are looking about 500,000 chemicals that are used and produced in industrial processes, and about 5,000 chemicals are being added every year to that huge amount of individual substances. Most of them are obviously extremely beneficial. The medicine is saving lives. They are necessary for industrial processes to produce equipment, and they are also required to sustain a certain level of agricultural production in terms of fertilizer as well as plant protection products. So overall, we are talking about a business with a commercial value of $1.6 billion per year. And we have about 10 million employees working in industrial processes to produce these substances, as well as about 200 million farmers applying those substances. In the late 80s, FAO negotiated a voluntary agreement which meant that exporting countries should obtain the consents of importing countries before they export substances which are of a certain risk. And UNEP joined that voluntary prior informed consent agreement in a little bit later. So there was a voluntary arrangement in place. Following the Rio Earth Summit, there were a number of instruments or agreements negotiated. The first one was the Basel Convention, which is dealing with hazardous waste, which is being shipped from the country where the waste is to the country where those chemical waste will be destroyed. Later on, because of the upcoming discussions of ozone depletion, countries agreed on the Montreal Protocol on ozone-depleting chemicals. And following that, FAO and UNEP negotiated this Rotterdam Convention, which is an early warning system for countries. They are informed before a substance is actually being exported to them. In parallel to the negotiation of this early warning system for certain hazardous substances, countries also initiated a process of negotiating an agreement on persistent substances, those substances that will not easily degrade in the soil or environment or biological tissues. So in 1998, countries agreed on the Rotterdam Convention for prior informed consent, and in 1999 on the Stockholm Convention for persistent pollutants. We are looking today at a limited number of 47 substances which are subject to this Rotterdam Convention, and that means those 47 really hazardous substances, pesticides and industrial chemicals, they cannot be traded internationally without the explicit consent of the importing countries.